Good morning, everybody. It's the 16th of April. It's 10:13 to be exact. And I'm heading off to work. So, talking about yesterday about having my independence and things breaking down and whatnot, a cover came off of the back of my power wheelchair. It's still usable. I'm still using it, but I do have to make an appointment and call the wheelchair place to get it fixed. I use NeMotion to take my wheelchair to get it fixed. I had nothing but good luck with them. Never had any issues. They fix everything that I asked them to. Which is good to have a reputable company and to have a reputable company that takes care of my wheelchair. So if anyone's interested, I use a Permobil F5 power wheelchair. It has the seat elevator and it reclines. No, I do not have the elevated foot levels or foot pads. I have to do that manually. But in the summer, I will be starting the process of purchasing a new Permobil. It's a shame that I have Medicare and Medicaid, and insurance companies just don't understand what type of equipment each individual needs. So that's why I get the assistance through OVR in Pennsylvania. Each state has some type of help through the state or program that they can get help from. But yes, I go through OVR, and I've had okay success with them. I would say out of a 10-star rate, I'd give them an 8.5, maybe 9. But anyways, they've helped me out tremendously. They helped me go to college when I tried college after I first graduated high school. They paid for my college, or a little bit of time that I went, 2 different times I went to college, but unfortunately I did not continue because I just didn't. I was never good in school anyway, so I will personally admit I wasn't good in school. Like, I did my work, but I just didn't like doing schoolwork. So, but if you don't know, if you don't try, you don't know. So I tried and didn't like it. So anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, I stopped going to school. But anyways, about OVR, that's right. That's what I was talking about. But yeah, so they helped pay for my van. I almost went down a rabbit trail there for a second. But they helped pay for my van, the adaptations that I need. They helped me find jobs. First job I didn't like, which was with Priority Post. I liked it at first because I was getting paid. But all the junk mail that you get sent to your house, I was that person labeling that mail. And don't tell them this. They're out of business. But anyways, I think it's just funny. If I'd see stuff that would go to my address that would magically disappear into the abyss of the trash can. But yeah, when like, I had to sort mail and put everything, one zip code in one bin, another zip code from another county in another bin, or it could be mail out of state. Put all the mail in different bins from each state, whatever. But it was a job. It was one of those jobs that when they said they had to lay me off, I was excited. I was fist pumping. And like I said, I think they ended up moving to New Jersey and it ended up closing. But it was just a relief when I got out of there. There's some jobs that you're thankful to get some job experience, getting paycheck and whatnot, especially for your first job. Like, everybody, quote unquote, loves their first job, even though they hate it once they've been there for a while. So yes, I did love my first job. That's in quotes. And then I had, where else? Oh, I worked at a daycare. Before that, I worked at an elementary school where I graduated from. What other work history do I have? Oh, I worked at a cell phone repair place. It was in this big warehouse. That job I hated. It just shows you that I hated so much I forget the name of the place. And again, I was getting paid half decently, but I had to quit because of Social Security. They were going to take my disability away. So, and then I worked at a daycare, and then where else? I worked at a car dealership for, I don't know, probably for one summer. And shout out to Ricky Brothers, because they are the ones that got my first van, and that's who I worked for a little bit. And I liked that job. I was answering phones or messaging customers that would message the system they would ask about certain cars and whatnot. And so I like that. It was something different. I even thought it's still not out of the situation. I still even thought about getting my car dealership license and just have that, just to be able to go to car auctions and buy a few cars and flip them. So I'm always thinking how to make a few bucks here and there, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I just also like it's the making a deal with someone when you're selling something. It's always I like the what do you call it? I can't think of what I was trying to say, but I don't want to say excitement, but the high of making a deal and with either selling or buying something. But you're trying to get down to your price. They're trying to get as much money as they can get for the product, whatever the case may be. So And that's, I mean, you'll win some and lose some when you're making deals, that's for sure. But down the road, you make up for what you lost money for. And if you make a deal and you get what you want, then the next deal you might lose on. You might lose a little bit or whatever. But again, that's part of haggling, making deals. So, and that's the way when buying something. You might get something at your price, or you might have been like, oh man, I paid a little too much for it, and at the end of the day here, it's not the exact thing that you wanted. So then you gotta turn around and try and sell it for what the guy wanted it for, or what the price for the guy. And sometimes that does work. You can get, and I guess it all depends on the person and the environment that you are with the guy that's trying to make a deal, trying to buy whatever product from you. If it's a car, or even say you're trying to get rid of your washer and dryer because you got a new one, you want to sell your old washer and dryer, but they're still in good shape and you're trying to get X amount of dollars for it. And sometimes you can hit it big, and sometimes you might not get what you want. And the way I know that is because of living on the farm. Seeing my dad making deals with selling hay to selling cattle. I mean, there's times that we take cattle to the auction, and there's times that would be like, oh man, we thought we'd get more than what we got. Then there's times that there's a couple cows that we did take down. We ain't gonna get too much for them, and turn around and be surprised it'd be like $1,000 or $1,500, maybe $2,000 check. It all depends on how many cattle, how heavy. There's just a lot of factors in that situation, and that goes with anything that you try and sell. So, so that's why I like the art of making a deal. I'm not always good at it, but it's fun. And but yeah, like I was saying about OVR, that's why I guess I went on a tangent about making deals and stuff, but they paid for everything that I have, as in my wheelchair, my adaptive equipment for my van. And if anyone is interested in getting a vehicle and they're disabled, but they're able, they drove before but they haven't driven years, or whatever the case may be, reach out to OVR, and also reach out to Total Mobility. Once I put this video up, I'll have the links down below if I remember. But yeah, they will definitely guide you. Especially they're in Pennsylvania, OVR and OVR and Total Mobility. I think there's a Total Mobility office in Maryland, but I'm not exactly sure where at in Maryland. But yeah, so they will help you with your needs. If needing an elevator in your house, or if you have a split level, you may need an elevator and you're a wheelchair user, they'll come in and put in an elevator, and then you reach out to OVR, because you got to go and get a what's it called? but they'll evaluate you, evaluate the situation, ask why you need it, and obviously if they see you rolling in a wheelchair, they're like, this is why I need it. I don't know if they'll put elevators in your house. I'm not sure. Maybe if you want to probably if you're by yourself and you're living alone, maybe, because you're independent. But anyways, yeah, I don't think they do house modifications. I'm not 100% on that, but I know they helped me with my wheelchair. They helped me with my getting my van adapted. So, and also they'll help you with schooling if you want to go to school and get a degree in something. But you have to, in order for them to help you with the vehicle, at least last time I recalled, you have to be attempting to look for a job or looking for a school where you're going to, and they'll help you find both things or whatever. They'll give you I guess it'd be called a service coordinator, but they'll help you coordinate where to go, what to do, and all that stuff. But again, with OVR, you have to be in Pennsylvania. You have to live in Pennsylvania to get their services, because it's a state-ran. I guess it's a non-profit. I mean, they get money from the state, so I assume it's a non-profit. I don't know, but anyways, they've helped me out tremendously. Yes, I had ups and downs with them, but I will definitely go back to them and get assistance for when it's time for a new van and a new wheelchair. When you go and do the vehicle program, they'll evaluate you. They'll send you to Hershey or Brandt's driving service, and you'll get evaluated, get fitted up. They'll measure and do all that stuff. Then if you don't have a permit to drive, you'll have to go get your permit, and then they'll use one of their vehicles to teach you why you're on your permit. So so you'll drive around with them for however many months, 6 months or whatever, and then and whenever it's time to take the driving test, by that time you should have your vehicle. You have to pay for your own vehicle. That's the only thing, which that's understandable. It's they paid for $100,000 worth of equipment. I think it's fair that the individual has to pay for their vehicle. So, and again, in the previous video, everything isn't just handed to you. You gotta work for it. Even with going through OVR, you have to work for it. You gotta show them proof that you're looking for a job, you're either going to school or looking to go to school. So there's stipulations on the help that they give you. So you have to meet these different stipulations. So, anyways, that's why I like OVR, is because they help you and help the individual to become more independent, and that's what it's, to me, that's what it's about, being independent, doing things on your own. And so, but I just am going heading off to work here, and that's about it. So I'll get on here later on this afternoon and make another video and tell you how my day went and how things are going. And So, alright guys, I shall see you later. Peace.